but it hasn't. I don't think it's officially begun yet until it's officially begun, and then we can begin.
Like 10 seconds, isn't it?
I think it's something like 10 seconds. I mean, we might have already started. I mean, once again, one of our most famous intros. I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, we did arrive like 5 minutes late into the party because then they just decided to start. Oh, that's such a big corner cut from Geek Fusion.
Oh, an even bigger one from Rick.
It's a huge corner cut from Geek Fusion. The champion, the champ man. I believe we are live. Are we live?
Yeah, I can see the notification.
Yeah, it says Gavra Racing Weekend League Round 2 Austria, but it definitely isn't Gavra Racing Weekend League Round 2 Austria, so I don't know why it's saying that.
This is not the Weekend League, this is not Austria.
Oh, no, there we go.
Not Round 2. The only thing
this is the Academy League, and welcome back to the Academy League here in Gavra Racing. The final round here for the Academy. We've already crowned our champion, Bon Evil in the chat, welcome. Already crowned our champion of the Academy. It's this man here, Mr. Rick Hall, who has ran very wide for the chicane after the second DRS straight. But nevertheless, he's put himself on pole already. But we are here, Toussaint, in the flat-landed desert area hotel track built by Herman Tilke, only for his design of the all his designing went into building the hotel, not into the actual F1 racetrack, which is why it is not the greatest of racetracks. It's not bad though. I wouldn't say it's the worst. It's definitely not a Sochi, but yeah, I am joined by Toussaint as always. Thought I'd mention that quickly.
Hello guys, looking forward to this one actually, Tiger. The gloves
I think it's going to be a good one.
In terms of the championship, and I think we're going to have a good fight between our top.
Are we going to have a little championship
word.
rundown here? But Toussaint's championship rundown should be like a little section. Should have like appear on the screen. Oh, sorry. Aston F1 just got squeezed into the pit lane. Who was that? Was it F1 Lover? No, who was that?
It was Daniel.
Someone just squeezed out. Anyway, carry on. Toussaint's F1 rundown. Let's go.
Yes, so the F1 rundown for the Academy Series. So the first, second, and third positions are decided. They cannot be caught. Where things get interesting, Tiger, is the battle for fourth. Currently between Cash Stengel, Geek Fusion, Gregster, and F1 Lover, all of which I believe are here with us today. In fact, Cash Stengel on 82 points. The gap to Gregster is exactly 30 points. He's out of it, so it's mainly between Cash Stengel and Geek Fusion. Then that battle for that position. The gap's 14 points at the moment, so Gregster needs to outscore. Sorry, Geek Fusion needs to outscore Cash Stengel by 14 points to take that position in the championship.
Nice one, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Is Mr. Schumacher got that many points that he's just secured third position?
So Mr. Schumacher stands on 126, Cash Stengel's on 82, so that gap's over 40 points. So there's no way. Would have been
a mad end to the championship if Mr. Schumacher was still there. Why'd you have to work, Mr. Schumacher? Why? Do you know, I tell you what I do like about this track. The sound of those hybrid engines in that exit pit lane tunnel. Now that's what I like about this
thing about this track.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's quite a picturesque track. To be fair, I mean, in the game, the racing isn't terrible as well.
No, the racing's actually decent in the game. I feel like I feel like it's more focused about its grand designs more than its racing.
Grand design. I mean, I guess that's sort of true. It was made to, I guess, showcase.
I mean, it's a good season. It always provides a really good season finale, to be fair. So.
Yeah, it's a nice.
I mean, Nico Hulkenberg flipping and then hanging there like a cow is always a good one.
It's a nice place to come racing. I mean, despite
it's not bad actually. I enjoy racing it on the game. It's not like Sochi. I do enjoy racing it on the game. But
I can see why people would like this. I mean, I'm not its biggest fan, but I wouldn't say absolutely hate it.
I don't mind it, to be fair. It's one of those tracks where you like, you know, yeah, it's okay. You know, like it's there. Anyway, Cash Stengel about to cross the line. The man who's just talking about there for the championship just went second. We're 1:34.7. Let's see who else is on a lap at the moment. Ted was on a lap, but he's invalidated. Speedy McSpeed on a lap, just coming down the first DRS zone. And Toussaint, another one of those laps where there is no corner names, because one, it was a pre-built track, and secondly, it's in the middle of a desert, so it doesn't really have any corner names.
Actually,
but,
it's on an artificial island. Actually, this track.
Oh, is it?
I only found out the other day. It's called Yas Island. It's why they've changed the name of the track in the game to the Yas Island Grand Prix. Yeah, it's called Yas Marina, but they've changed it to Yas Island now for whatever reason.
Say that in the game?
Yeah, it should do in the start screen, or at least it did in career mode. But yeah, and the commentators say it in career mode and Grand Prix as well. I'm watching Rick Holt then now coming through the second DRS
Sorry, too
zone.
much track talk.
Keeping it really close to the left-hand side, and we're going to look for about the 50-meter board here, breaking down into second gear. Big lock-up though, but still 2/10 up.
Heavy lock-up.
We've found from some outside sources that Rick Holt likes to sandbag in a lot of his practice sessions, so definitely not leaving anything on the table now. Currently 2/10 ahead of Cash Stennel in the middle set at the moment. Yeah, sandbag. Like, have you ever heard sandbagging?
I've never heard sandbagging.
How long have you been watching F1?
I'm sorry, okay? I've never heard the term sandbagging.
It's when teams or drivers hide their real performance.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I've never heard that term, but I know that, yeah.
Well, speaking of hiding performance, Rick Holt's not hiding any. 33.6, Tiger. 1.1 seconds clear of Cash Stennel.
That man is quick.
Really?
Yeah, he is Speedy McSpeed.
He is Speedy McSpeed. Unfortunately, Speedy McSpeed is currently down in 9th position.
He is at the moment. The only driver not to put in a time at the moment is Ted, but he's coming back through the glorious tunnel on the pit exit once again to come out and start a new lap. Let's see who else is on. Quite a few people on laps actually. Daniel Galdenzi about to start a new lap after he's invalidated. A lot of invalidations, to say.
I'm not sure Aston they're coming around the final corner
penalties.
Here. Aston coming to the line now. It's not going to be a 30. It's not going to be a 34. It's a 34.4. So does go into second position, but still Tiger nearly a second behind Rick Holt.
Yeah, Aston F1 not being able to be as quick as Rick Holt at the moment, but I'm sure he probably wanted to get a lot closer to him. Rick Holt is the man on fire at the moment. No wonder he won this championship. Believe to say, so far in every academy season we've not had the championship battle go down. We have. Sorry,
we have in one of the 3 seasons of the F1 Academy. We've had go down to the wire. That was last season with Pope and Mares.
Oh yeah, didn't it? Sorry,
yeah. And then before that, well, I say it went down to the wire, but it was kind of a formality, really. I mean, like, it was going to be very hard for Mares to not win it by that point, in my opinion. I think Tim V wrapped up with about 2 races to go or something ridiculous like that. But this is the longest season that we've had, and Rick Holt's managed to wrap stuff up with still a race in hand. So, yeah, it's been very, very good performance from him specifically. I think moving forward into next season, we've really seen Rick Holt grow as a driver in the academy. Certainly, I think he started this season maybe. He was in the top, always in that top 3, but maybe lagging a bit behind Mr. Schumacher. I think these last few races, while he was still here, we've really seen him, emerge as definitely the main front runner in the academy and moving forward in Gavra.
Definitely. And you explained it all, really. There was something more to say.
There's a poll in the chat there saying, "Did you like the academy this season?" I expect to see 100% yes.
Yes, it was very, especially when them 3 were battling up front. Whoa, that was
definitely.
When that mean to say it was edge of the seat stuff. Like, I think we said, did we say Bahrain was one of like our top races? But it is not.
Yeah,
sorry, Singapore Premier Series.
Singapore Premier Series. Yeah, that was a call.
Anyway, Geek Fusion on lap at the moment. He's come through the first sector. Gregster through the middle sector, just come through the awkward chicane, which splits both of the DRS straights up. I mean, it has to. That's the reason why it's there. Otherwise, it would not be within FIA regulations. Ted now coming through the second DRS zone, coming down towards the chicane here. I have no idea what the corner numbers are. I really should, since I am a commentator. But 12, professionalism at its finest. As Ted now coming through the final sector. Coming towards a difficult corner here. Another turning while braking corner. A little bit like an opposite to Baku at Bahrain. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit, but without the elevation change. It's obviously easy to lock
up. Just go down into a dip a bit. Just have a bit of a dip to it.
It's still easy to lock up that front right though.
I mean, I remember locking up into Natty last season when I replaced, and me and him having a bit. But we both locked up. To be fair, we just both had a bit of an accident. But
was that in the Premier Series?
Either that or the Super. I can't remember for the life of me which one it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it was on this track. But yeah, Geek Fusion 2 coming under the hotel. I think he might be up on his time. I'm not sure at the moment.
Yeah, it's 4/10 up on his time, Tiger. Now coming to the final couple of corners through turn 20 and up towards turn 21. Not going to do the joke. They're down into third gear, short shift to fourth to the line. What's it going to be for Geek Fusion? Tiger, you are going to feel pain. So 1 minute 34.9. So
34.9 for him, not bad at all. A tenth ahead of F1 Lover, another one of his championship rivals, but 2 tenths behind his other championship rival, Cash Tangle. Did you see what Black Country put in the chat, by the way? I'm disgusted. He said, hello to even Tiger and Champ. Oh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Black Country.
Heartbroken. Anyway, we've got plenty of people in here. Piero, Jutsi Kev, Charles Leclerc, Cash Tangle, Gavra, of course, is here as always.
Cash Tangle's up on his time, though, still.
He is, though. He's a 10. Up on his time. He couldn't come through the final corner. No, he got a little bit. Just he ran onto the curb there, Toussaint. The car just stepped out on him a little bit. What time will he do? He went 3 tenths up, went back ahead of Aston F1 by a tenth, and he's gained a little bit on Rick Holt. But Rick Holt is just, it's like the Lewis Hamilton of the Academy League at this point.
I still can't work out how he's managed
Could this man win the Super League?
Could definitely win a race or two easily. I think Rick Holt, though, 7 tenths clear of the next car is really
impressive.
Picked up pace in this,
I really wish Mr. Schumacher was still here.
Yeah, man. What battle we could have had.
Mr. Schumacher, if you're listening, this is your fault.
Let's not count out Aston, though. He's also had a very, very competitive season.
He has. I think I don't know. I think the battling between the 3 of them, they all helped each other out. In terms of when 2 of them were battling, the other one was able to catch up. But when, you know what I mean, like there was kind of that almost that circle between them, that if 2 of them were battling ahead, the other one was just able to catch up, and it was kind of always just became a 3-way battle at one point in the race between all 3 of them.
Yeah, certainly. I think one place we still do have a 3-way battle is the Freshman League, which is up tomorrow
it is.
In Japan. Tiger, you're racing in that. You looking forward to it?
Oh, God. Japan is just not one of my strongest, I've got to say. It's just,
I'm just watching Aston now coming through.
I can't wait until we go to
sector.
Mexico. And then Brazil. And I'm going to enjoy the last 3 races, to be fair. They're enjoyable tracks for me.
They are totally enjoyable tracks. Oh, Aston, big lock-up, though.
Rick Holt.
He's a 10th up.
I was going to say Rick Holt was on a lap, but he's invalidated, so we can ignore him. But, yeah, Aston, as he was saying, a 10th up on his time at the moment. The results are 100%. Who voted no? Who is the imposter in the chat? I want to know. Someone voted no to the Academy not being enjoyable this season. That is actually a heinous crime. But anyway, Aston F1, Toussaint, coming down into the heavy braking zone here. Doesn't want to lock up. Manages to not lock up the car, actually. I don't know whether he's running with ABS on. Oh, he is running with ABS on. He gets a slight lock up there. And Toussaint, that wall on the right there is a killer. Yeah, how many times have we seen people run into that wall in our time here in Gavra? Many times.
I mean, Mark Webber ran into it in real life. Aston 34-1.
Oh, he's gained. But not gained enough.
To improve.
Can I just say, though, that wall, I don't know if you remember, I think there was like 2 people crashed into it last season in like the Premier, I think, something ridiculous like that. But no, that wall is a... didn't one of the Academy drivers do it as well? No, it was like a freshman driver, wasn't there? It was like 2 freshman drivers as well went into that same wall.
3 or 4 people crashed into it in the freshman. We had 2 people out in the Academy.
It's weird because it's not even a difficult corner. I think it just... I think the exit just tightens up that much. I think it catches people out. And sometimes it just happens when people were in battles as well. I wasn't saying that Japan wasn't a good track. I just said it's not one of my strongest, to be fair. I'm just looking at Speedy McSpeed here, coming under the hotel. He's just avoiding that wall as best he can on the outside. But at the moment, Toussaint, Rick Holt is in the pit, so he will not improve on this time. Aston F1's the only one that can beat him at the moment. I don't know if he's improving on his time at the moment.
He was last time invalidated.
Oh, he's invalidated. And that's going to be it, because that's the end of quali. So it will be Rick Holt, Aston F1, then Cash Tangle, then Geek Fusion in 4th, unless F1 Lover can do anything. No, he's also invalidated, but he was 2 tenths up. He would have got ahead ahead of Geek Fusion if he hadn't invalidated. Gregster in 6th, Cresshold in 7th, Spannel in 8th, Speedy McSpeed in 9th, Ted down in 10th, JMB Surreal in 11th, Swip JMB in 12th. Is he going to improve? He doesn't improve. No. And then Daniel Galdensi in 13th. At least we've got a couple more drivers this week.
Yeah, I think we're certainly in for a close contest. I think Cash Stegel's already nipping at Aston's heels there for 2nd place. Rick Holt looks a little bit further ahead of the field today, though. He's really pulled out all the stops to try and get this win today.
Would you agree with Bonnie in the chat? Just saying that would like for the track to be wider in Japan in some places to allow a bit more overtaking. So she's saying.
Yes, and yes and no. Yeah, I'll get into it in a minute. I feel like yes and no. Yes, because it would, I suppose, open up for more overtaking, but no, because I couldn't see where you'd really want the track to be wider. You can fit 2 cars into the hairpin. That's
you could fit 2 cars down the main straight and through.
Yeah, easily.
It's
like Monaco.
Yeah, 130 hours. So I don't know.
I think it's good. It's good enough. Right? You're gonna have to get a bit argy-bargy into the chicane.
Oh wait. Oh no, sorry, not that. Sorry, not Japan. She's on about this track. Sorry, that was my mistake. No,
I don't think a wider track.
We already went through. We already went through the grid, but Aston though, just take a look at that. Toussaint. 5/10 off of Rick Holt. That's crazy. That the grid quite sort of between the front runners from like 3rd. It was quite sort of tight. From downward, everyone was out from about 4th downwards. Everyone was a second over a second behind the leader. Like that's a big difference that we've had. It's really close at the start of the season, though. I don't know where it's all gone. To be honest, it's a lot closer.
I think we've just seen drivers really improve over the course of the season. That's given us a bigger gap between the front of the field and the back of the field. But yeah, it's just I really think Rick Holt has massively improved over the course of the season. I think it's definitely established himself at the front of that top 3, especially the last few races. Has more wins now than anyone else in the history of the Academy. I know that's a short history, but still that record gets beaten almost every single year. So it's definitely not something just
these cars get faster, the drivers get faster.
Certainly, it's something that should definitely not be ignored. We're going to have to see here who can take home the win today. All bets had point towards Rick Holt, but he doesn't always have the best starts here in the Academy, so we'll have to wait and see.
He didn't have a good start out last race either. He got a bit of a poor start. I think Aston actually went for a move from him down the inside in Mexico, but just wasn't able to get the position fully completed before Rick Holt can get the move back, and then Aston got stuck behind another car, I believe, which is why he had trouble keeping with Rick Holt. But here we go, on for the lap here. What I do like, though, Toussaint, is the first sector. I think the first sector's good in this track. I like the big S.
Yeah, I
it's very difficult to keep the traction.
I don't like that Mickey Mouse chicane that they have in the end, in the beginning of the middle sector. It just seems a bit
no, I don't like that. No. Why did it just go straight into the hairpin is my question.
Because
it provide more overtaking.
Yeah, but you'd have cars approaching at like 150 miles an hour, and then if they have a brake failure, there's just a massive concrete barrier where the grandstand
is. Add some tyre walls.
You'd have to demolish Ferrari World and push the grandstand back.
Add some tyre walls. And some gravel. Problem is that this track, though, it's one of those modern tracks which doesn't have many gravel runoffs. It's all tarmac runoffs, like Paul Ricard's.
I was gonna say like that would not tyre walls aren't gonna protect the
Yeah,
driver.
but if you have a gravel trap and then tyre walls, that would slow the driver down.
Where are you gonna put the gravel trap though? That runoff there is tiny.
Yeah,
it would work if you built like
unless you pull the hairpin back, so the run down to the hairpin isn't as long.
That could work.
So then you place a tyre wall and a gravel trap behind it.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the long straight, there's like an underground runoff area that you can go into that goes under the grandstand. I don't see why they don't just put that underneath the grandstand at turn 6 and go, so it like dips down and goes under Ferrari World, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes. Let's begin.
Okay, cool. Alright, let's begin then. So, quick note on the records that Rick Holt can take today. So already has the most podiums, already has the most poles now as well, taking his 6th pole position in 10 races.
Just quickly,
the only one.
Just quickly, we've got 2 people in the chat predicting a safety car for the start. Carry on though. Actually, wait. Carry on in a minute once we've done the start. And we are going to be underway now. And there they go. And the lights are out and they are underway. Look at the start Aston's had. Rick Holt once again, as he said to say, got a awful start. Here goes Geek Fusion now on the inside. Rick Holt's been pushed wide. Greg's been pushed really wide here. He's going to go wheel to wheel with Cash Tangle. There's a bit of a battle at the back here. Some people getting some awful starts here. Here goes Ted. Rick Holt's round. Rick Holt's round, the leader, the championship winner. He's round. He's got damage. Big damage. Huge damage. Aston's got a 3-second time penalty already.
And Geek Fusion's now looking at the inside of Aston. Big upset here in the academy. Rick Holt round on lap 1 has got heavy front wing damage. We haven't seen who caused the incident here, but here comes Geek Fusion now. Over the back of Aston, goes to the inside for the next corner. 7, 8 and 9 on the inside. Can Aston outbrake Geek Fusion? He can't do it at the moment.
Oh, there's a car gone very deep into the corner.
It's Daniel.
I believe it's Gregster going really deep on F1 Lover, and then Spanel and Danielle also going wheel to wheel. What happened to Rick Holt?
I think he's been
Was there contact?
By the car. He's either lost it on the curb or there's been contact with him.
What
on
a
the car.
start though from Geek Fusion and Aston in the beginning as well.
Yes, I mean, Geek Fusion, one of 5 people to lead a race this season. It was leading that race in Austria, if you remember, Tiger, had really good pace, but couldn't keep the win because of the penalties. We could have our 4th different winner here in the Academy Series, with only the top 3 racking up a win this season.
Aston got slight damage we can't see. Because he seems to be running quite slow. It seems to be running a little bit slow because he's now being pressured now from the back, from the Dutchman, Cash Tangle.
Well, we've seen this in previous races. Tiger,
sorry, I saw that as well. I was right on board with him.
But as we've seen in the past few races, though, Tiger, necessarily Aston not getting the best of the luck in the first.
What we can say about Rick Holt's...
I'll get onto that in a minute. I was going to say about Aston not necessarily having the pace at the beginning of the stage, but here comes Cash Tangle now, down in towards turn 4.
Rick Holt into the
pace. The inside, dives it down the inside.
Oh, what an overtake!
Great move there by
Sent it on the inside of Aston F1. Brilliant move by Cash Tangle.
That's what I'm saying there, Tiger. Aston doesn't necessarily have the pace at the beginning of the stint, but as the race progresses, that's where he starts
just struggling to get his tyres warmed up.
Potentially struggling for a tyre warm-up and stuff as well, exactly, Tiger, but as you say, Rick Holt's in the pits, and I was saying that...
Geek Fusion, 1.1 second gap already over Cash Tangle.
Yeah, I think Geek Fusion's got some serious pace there. Aston's really struggling at the moment on lap 2 of 14 here in Abu Dhabi. But I was saying about Rick Holt, it's a good thing I didn't say this because it would have been a commentator's curse if I did. He's currently tied for the most wins in the Academy Series on 4, tied with Tim V for that particular statistic. But unless there is a safety car, I don't see him claiming that one today.
No, I don't think
40.3 seconds now behind the next car, so this is definitely turning into
how unfortunate for Rick Holt. He would have wanted to end on a high.
Test session. Certainly, but he's already got the championship, so as I say, this one was mainly for pride, but yeah, he's not going to be very happy, I'm sure. Someone's trying to come the end of the race.
Sorry, driver's getting really close to death wall there on the exit of the hotel. Oh, Aston almost lost it on the curb where Cash Tangle almost lost it. Speedy McSpeed picking up a 3-second time penalty, but yeah, really unfortunate for Rick Holt. Geek Fusion leading the way though by 1.4 seconds, followed by Aston F1. No, sorry, followed by Cash Tangle. Then it's Aston F1 in 3rd, Gregster in 4th, F1 Lover in 5th, Spanel in 6th, Daniel Galdenti in 7th, Cresthold in 8th, Speedy McSpeed in 9th, Ted in 10th, Swip J&B in 11th. Here goes Ted now, will be looking for the move on. Speedy McSpeed isn't going to go for it there. As Swip J&B in 11th, J&B is surreal in 12th, and Rick Holt at the back there in 13th place. And what an upset to the start of this race already. And no DRS yet to say. We will probably receive it on the net. It is, but it isn't for this straight. It'll be the next one, I think.
Oh. But it sounds
they don't get it in the first DRS zone. They get it in the second one of lap 3, I think. Do they? Yeah, they do.
No,
did they have it?
Points at the hairpin. Yeah, they did have it open.
Sorry.
As Aston now, suddenly 4 tenths behind Cashtangle. Can he go for a move into turn 11? Can't make anything work at the moment. But we've got cars so close together. Actually, the F1 Lover's lost his position to Gregster, I think.
F1 Lover was looking for a move on Gregster just before the hairpin. Quite a difficult one to set up. The first DRS straight, a nice and easy one to take it down the inside. The second one, not so much, because then you get put on the back foot, because then you get launched to the outside of the next corner, then back in the inside again. So it's quite a difficult one. Bit like Canada, where it's got the massive straight, but then suddenly it's just a chicane afterwards, just taking like high speed.
Certainly, I think we've got Cashtangle now starting to come at Geek
Everyone
Fusion
picking
for the
up
win
those
in
3-second time penalties now.
Yeah, a lot of drivers picking them up, only our top two.
Cashtangle fastest lap.
P7. And Cashtangle does take the fastest. That's what I was saying, starting to take the fight now to Geek Fusion for the win.
Bonivel's saying, reminds me of the finale, the weekend last season between Natty,
the Comeback King and Natty.
And hi RC8, welcome to chat as well. As get back into this race, Aston F1 sticking with the front runners. Geek Fusion just seems to
Ted's
drop
got past Speedy McSpeed round
bit.
the outside at turn 5, now into turn 6. Has got the move done already, Tiger. So that's a strong move for Ted.
Swip J&B just trying to stick his nose in there, wanted some space if he could get down the inside of the hairpin, went for it, just couldn't get the move done. Here we go now, Ted on the back. Ted on the back foot though, because here comes Speedy McSpeed with the DRS. He's going to launch it to the inside. Ted's going to have to be forced to the outside. A little bit of a lock-up. Speedy McSpeed on the inside of the curb.
Top 3 are going to go at it though, Tiger. Coming in towards 10-11 now. No one makes me a little bit too much of a gap between the cars at the moment.
Here goes F1 Lover darting it to the outside. Huge lock-up. He's round wide onto the runoff. And he's going to have to concede the position to Gregster. And he almost spun the car.
Yeah, I saw that. We've got Aston now starting to take the fight to the cars of roll.
Something's happened. Something's happened. It's Ted. Ted's round. Oh, and Speedy McSpeed's forced wide. Here goes, gonna be J&B Cyril round the outside. Wow. And here goes Speedy McSpeed down the inside. And that was the cars almost went 3 wide.
I was gonna say, that was a bit of a, that could have been amazing. Geek
Fusion's
3
wide into the hotel section. Geek Fusion in. Has he got damage? Is there damage?
No front wing being prepared.
Just an early pit stop.
That's a very early pit stop then from Geek Fusion. I didn't expect.
Got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
No.
Gregster followed him in.
So where does this bring him out in relation? I think he'll be out well ahead of Rick Holt.
I think he comes out. He comes out ahead of Ted as well. Ted got damage to Saint. That's what we need to look at. Was there contact?
I think he's just lost that.
He does. Yeah. There's wing. There's wing. There's a wing change.
Yeah,
well, I have a feeling there might have been contact because there's not a barrier there that he could have launched himself into, and he was in the middle of the blue runoff area.
Aston 2 tenths behind Cashtangle, but he's locked up into turn 7, and that's going to really disrupt his line now through. To 9 and 10
he's
even.
Got the DRS.
And now has a DRS 5 tenths of a second in between these two cars, coming down towards turn 11 now. DRS open for Aston, not closed. Closed for Cashtangle, but can't make a move just yet. They lose. I'm not sure if they're losing time now to Geek Fusion though now. He's 3.7 seconds behind the next car, so running in clear air at the moment.
And Aston F1, he just needs to see if he can keep with Cashtangle as best he can. Very late on the brakes. Took up quite a tighter line there,
J&B nearly lost the rear at that corner just there. And I think Speedy McSpeed's only done the exact same thing.
And as they all come down underneath that hotel section, and it's just they're getting too close for my liking to that wall. It's Aston, Cashtangle into the pits, Aston into pits, F1 Lover dives it into the pits last minute, Spannel into the pits, Danielle stays out, who else has stayed out? Crestholder stayed out as well. See if Swip J&B comes into pits. Doesn't. J&B Cyril stays out as well. So does Speedy McSpeed. So does Geek Fusion. And let's see where Geek Fusion will come out in relation
to turn 1 now. He's going to have a massive lead.
Big gap. The undercut's huge.
Yeah, he's got nearly a 2.4 second lead now.
Look at the gap from Aston to Cashtangle as well. Almost 2 seconds. Did Aston get held up in the pit lane? He must have.
But Speedy McSpeed's gone off ahead of Cash Dangle now at turn 6. That's going to give Cash Dangle a chance now on the back straight.
Oh, it goes Cresshold on Danielle for the. This is for the lead of the race, not the actual lead of the race, because these two guys still have to make the pit stop. Isn't going to go for a move there. Did Aston F1 get held up in the pit lane? Here goes JB Surreal. He's going to take to the inside of Geek Fusion. This is sorry, it was JB. Sorry, Swift JB. Getting my cars mixed up here. As losing the position in the end. There goes
around the outside at turn 11 now.
Yeah, Cresshold getting the move done into the chicane, moves himself up into first position at the moment. These guys want to be careful to say if these guys are going to fight, they're going to lose the position. Geek Fusion late send. That's an XIG style dive bomb. Just sent it to the inside. And almost careered into the back of Swift JB. He needs to be careful too, saying he doesn't want to be trying to go for the cars who haven't made the pit stops. Been little love tap from behind from Swift JB, and what a send from Geek Fusion.
Yeah, Geek Fusion there really showing who has the biggest conkers in that particular department. Speeding goes to the wall. There's between Cash Stengel and Swift. And that nearly ended horribly there for Cash Stengel.
These drivers want to give us heart attacks. Geek Fusion now takes the lead of the race, and look how much Cash Stengel has caught onto the back of Geek Fusion, because Geek Fusion was battling with Switch A and B.
Yeah, I was going to say that's really destroyed any advantage that Geek Fusion had from that.
How bad is tyre wear around this track? Surely it must be a lot. Is it like a Bahrain?
It's not terrible. It's not terrible around here, to be honest with you.
Is it a Bahrain?
It's not as bad as Bahrain, no. But
Rick Holt up into ninth.
The game advertises a 2-stop, but because we're in a 25% race, not sure if that matters too much. But here comes Cash Stengel now. He doesn't really care about the tyres, but he's gaining so much in Geek Fusion. It's going to be a move for the lead here, Tiger. It's an easy DRS overtake before we even get to the braking zone.
This could be close. We could have an epic battle here between two people who we have not seen battling for first this season.
Yeah, these two have. I don't think they've been on. I don't think they've been on the podium together this season at all.
No, I don't think they have.
Now they're fighting for the lead of the race.
Both of them have been on the podium, I believe, but both of them haven't been on the podium together. No, yeah,
it's a bit like
that's correct.
Schumacher and Hill, and I think 90. It was Villeneuve even in 97.
Schumacher and Hamilton.
The two go. So here comes Geek Fusion and Cash Stengel there.
Sorry, just turn my camera to F1 Lover for it. He almost locked up into the back of Gregster. He's come down now into the difficult corner. Very easy to lock up here. Rick Holt picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. And there's a bit of a battle here at the back here between JMB Surreal, Speedy McSpeed, and Swift JMB. And what on earth has happened to Teddy? He's dropped so far back after that. He had that wing damage. There's just under 6 seconds behind these guys now.
Yeah, I think Ted's going to try and get his head down and get to the end of his race. Now he doesn't have to make another pit stop, but just
Body Evil in the chat saying it looks like an F2 race.
I mean,
speaking of F1 F2 races, 2 cent.
Oh yes, we are thinking about doing a little F2 off-season championship, just 4 races. Yet the tracks are yet to be decided. But if you would be interested, let us know in the comments and stuff below. And we'll see how many people we get signed up for, and that will determine whether or not it happens. But Geek Fusion now, less than a second to the car in front, but doesn't have a DRS open, so must have gained that time. I think Geek Fusion has lower wings than the cars around him, but he's really struggling in that final sector, Tiger.
I think he is, yeah, definitely running with those lower wings. Also, thinking about for some new video ideas, I've got a couple in mind. Maybe some like tier list stuff, ranking some tracks, ranking some cars as well. So let me know what you let us know what you think. It goes Gregster, the inside of F1 Lover. It gets the move done. F1 Lover's going to fight back. There's you contacted. F1 Lover spun.
Oh no! Yellows in sectors 2 and 3. That'll be for F1 Lover. Then coming back on track, no damage done, but has lost 2 positions, and that's put Cresshold over the back of him now as well. So
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people already.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 people already are saying they want to do an F2 league.
Ah, okay, well that's easy then.
Well,
so,
there you go, Gav. Gav, you were looking for something new. 6 people. 6 people. Gav, you said you wanted something new, mate. There you go. People want an F2 league.
Yeah,
Get
I
it
think
going.
so. Yeah, well, me and myself and Tobster 27.
Going to be the F2
are going to be the we'll be organising the league, and we'll be obviously using the Gavra platform and stuff. So it'll be a Gavra Racing
I'll
Championship.
enter.
It'll only be
I'm
4
sorry,
races.
Gav. I'll enter. I don't
I think
I'll
we've already got
commentate.
half a grid here, just in the chat.
Sorry,
alone,
Gav.
like.
I'm actually okay in the F2 cars, so I think I'll actually enter the race. It's because they're slow. They plated my advantages. Slow and very, very bad on the rear, so it's literally like GT Sport. So. You know.
Oh, but here comes... Look at Geek Fusion, though, Tiger.
Oh, he is. He's going for a
trying
move.
to break the slipstream. It's going to be a late braking maneuver. It's the corner. He's gone for it, Tiger. Locks up. Goes wide. Castello's going to have the better traction out of the corner.
Oh, he's got a 3-second time penalty. He got a 3-second time penalty for going across there. Geek Fusion has 11 seconds of penalties to say. He will lose a podium. He will fall outside the podium if he does this. He just seems to be out of sorts at the moment with the track. He's just gone a bit too aggressively here, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But I think we're seeing Aston catch up to the back of these two.
That's shocking. You know what? Absolutely. No, I'm going to take the hump now. I'm taking the hump now on Bon Evil. Blocked, Bon Evil. You have been blocked. So everyone just ignore Bon Evil in the chat now.
Geek Fusion's had a little spin at the final corner.
Apparently, according to RC8, there's a bug with the tyres on F2 races, which may be an issue. Yeah, welcome to Bug Masters.
We'll take a look at that. It might be that we just turn off tyre wear maybe for the races potentially.
Just like 25%.
If it's a massive problem, then we may.
Well, would you do it like actual F2 where it's like sprint race, feature race, and like points for pole as well?
Yeah. It'll be all completely F2
I like the sound of that. I want to sign up.
Take a look on Rick, Kevin Jitsi says. Let's have a look in the chat now. He's actually in 9th place. On the back of Daniel Goldenzi. He went to the right time because he nearly went round the outside of the red and white car.
Are you okay there?
No, but Geek Fusion and actually Castello are now going at it again, and Geek Fusion is trying to everything in the book to try and get past Castello, so to take away from Rick Holt's recovery driver. They're going to go wheel to wheel for the lead of the race here. Geek Fusion on the outside, late braking, and has got the move done on Castello, but Aston's still not close enough to make an impression on these two, Tiger, as Rick Holt also gets past Daniel.
Yeah, there is now a vote in the chat for. No, it's a poll for who you think will win the race. But Gavra's put Geek Fusion, but what little does Gav know that Geek Fusion has 11 seconds of time penalties. So I don't think, unless something miraculous happens, don't think he's going to win the race. I believe he got a 5-second penalty off of the speeding in the pit lane, which was unfortunate for him. And I believe if he was to get that 5-second penalty removed, yellows, where?
Switch round at the chicane.
I believe he was to get that 5-second penalty. I mean, if he was to serve it, he would be on 6 seconds of penalty. So you'd only have to get a second league over Cash Tangle. So only if Geek Fusion hadn't spent the pit lane, he would have been on for a win here.
Yeah, but if he did come into the pits now, he'd be about 27 seconds behind the next car, so it probably wouldn't be the best course of action for him to come into the pits at this current moment. But Rick Holt there, oldest medium tyres on the grid, Tiger, 5 seconds behind Creshhold. Definitely damage limitation from him today. He's been really, really quick so far. Has the fastest lap of the race, I think.
Will this put Cash Tangle into 4th position in the championship?
Well, he's already in 4th position, but Geek Fusion needs a lot more points than this. Yeah, he'll hold his 4th position at the moment, but Aston's now is looking at the back of these two. This is what they're saying, Tiger. Aston maybe not having the pace at the beginning of the race. Got 4 laps left to run, including this one. Yeah, maybe, but he's definitely got them switched on now. He's all over these two. Only 7 tenths.
I do agree what you were saying with Rick Holt really pulling back quite a tremendous comeback. And actually, he's gaining on Creshhold at the moment. Look how close Creshhold is behind F1 Love. He might look for a move here. Isn't going to go for it there into the chicane. Oh, something's happened. Ted's had a spin.
Geek Fusion's wide underneath the hairpin and underneath the hotel. That's really given Cash Tangle a chance to lead.
Look how close Aston is behind Cash Tangle though now.
Our top 3 separated by 7 tenths of a second.
And it's the top 3, which I don't think these 3 have ever been battling for the for the win at any time this season. These three, we know Aston F1 has been battling. I mean, at the same time is what I'm meaning. As we know, Aston F1 definitely has been battling quite a few times. I mean, he's won a few races here in the weekend league, but trying to see if he can get himself in for another win. Final race of the season, almost takes out the 100-meter board. That would have been deadly in Formella. As Aston F1 now looking for a move on Cash Tangle.
Aston's looking racy now. I think Cash Tangle and Geek Fusion have used up the grip in their mediums.
Look how close Aston didn't get a good exit though out of the hairpin though. It's going to affect him here.
But I think it might be affected by Cash Tangle and Geek Fusion battling here.
Yeah, let's have a little bit of faith in Tiger. I've won 2 GT Sport races this season. I've been on the podium every single time bar one race.
Geek Fusion's off.
Geek Fusion's had a huge tank slapper.
No damage done to the car, Tiger, but he's fallen now behind both of these other two rivals in the race. Aston's starting to try and get some payback now on Cash Tangle for overtaking him in the opening stages of this race, but that's huge disappointment then for Geek Fusion. It was unlikely that he'd be able to take the win based on the penalties that he currently has. That's going to be an extra kick in the teeth then for the driver of the white and green car.
Yeah, that just... just shouted race because I was in the middle of my sentence and then you spun. I was like, ah! But no, Geek Fusion losing the rear. But yeah, thank you. Have more faith in me. Honestly.
We all have faith in Tiger.
The disrespect.
Tiger's a very good driver.
In GT Sport. Anyway, not in F1. I qualified at like 14th in Austria for...
Yeah, but you've literally in every single qualifying you've had, your position has improved.
To be fair,
so I
did get point. I'm average. I'm not quick. I'm average.
I expect front row from you tomorrow.
Yes, here we go. Japan front row. Anyway, battle for the lead at the moment. Cash Tangle, Aston F1. I need to do practice for that after this. That's a point. Cheers for that.
So we don't talk about your evening itinerary in the
driver of the race. The poll is almost done for who you think will win the race. I'm going to put Cash Tangle to win. Oh, I've already voted in this poll. Gav beat me to it in the poll. God damn you, Gav. Usually I put my own vote in as well, but
Tiger.
Head into the pits.
Aston 5/10 behind.
He's got wing damage
now. DRS open for Aston F1 down the back
straight. Aston F1 win?
Has gone to the inside to defend. That's not going to be enough to deter Aston.
Oh, to the outside!
Almost contact. Cass moved very late there to defend from Aston. I think the
students
might be taking a look at that.
You don't want to be doing that.
Definitely does not want to be doing that, Tiger, exactly. But now we're going to come into the third and final sector now, through the fast-flying right-handers and down towards the
Cresthold and F1 Lover having a little bit of a battle here. It's Cresthold up into 6th position.
It's going to be a last lap overtake for the lead here, Tiger. Aston has so much more energy than Cash Tangle, though. 43%.
Please, drivers, don't kill us again like you did in the Premier Series, please. We died at the end of the Premier Series. Please don't do it again.
True. I'm trying to have but crucially though, Tiger, Aston has 6 seconds of penalties. Cash Tangle only has 5.
Oh, so maybe Aston needs to force Cash Tangle into a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe just pick up another penalty.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be using all of that energy.
Driver of the day vote in the chat. Hang on, I'll put the. Hang on, bear with me. There's your position changes for the last lap.
But here we go then, on to the back straight. 7/10 of a second between our top two. Cash Tangle's had a poor exit there. That's going to put Aston all over the back of him now. As we come down the back straight, DRS open for Aston. It's closed for Cash Tangle. He's only started to gain just now, but look at the overspeed of the red car. Can he do anything before he gets to the braking zone? He's going to fire it up the inside.
He's going to lunge it, but he's got to. Yeah, he's got to remember to say there's 2 DRS zones, so he can attack again on the next one. Here he goes now. Will it be Aston F1? He's got the DRS. Oh, there's contact.
That was terrible.
That was naughty from Cash Tangle. I was going to say dirty, but that's probably not the best unbiased word to use. That was very, very naughty from Cash Tangle there.
Cash Tangle does have I think Aston's not going to go for a move in the final sectors. I think it will be Cash Stengel who takes home the win there, unless something goes horribly wrong in the final sector. It's going to be Cash Stengel then, round the final sector, round turns 20 and 21 to win the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi. Aston picks up another 3-second time penalty. And the Cash Stengel to take his first win of his career and takes the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the final race here in the Academy Series, and what a season it was.
Yeah, Geek Fusion on the podium. The first time we've seen Cash Tangle and Geek Fusion on the podium. No, it's Gregster. No, it's Spannel. It's Spannel.
And Rick Holt back into 6th.
Spannel.
Spannel came out of nowhere.
Spannel came out of absolutely nowhere.
That's a good race from Spannel.
Spannel! What?
Well, I mean, he's on the podium now, so I think that's his first podium finish. As Geek Fusion's left the session, I think there might be a very fast claim coming in for Cash Stengel's defending.
Geek Fusion, he missed out on 4th place by 0.05 of a second.
Oh.
Spannel!
You can stop saying it.
Wow! What an ender! Yes! Spannel, he's my driver of the day!
Yeah,
get in there, Spannel, you little beast! Everyone, though, brilliantly. I mean, Aston, Cash, Geek, brilliant, all of them. Amazingly well done drive. But it is Cash Tangle who wins.
Yeah, and that's the first time, I think, we haven't actually had Rick Holt on the podium this season. 9 podiums from 10 races. Still not a bad record, but I think we've been hoping to close off the season in style here with another win, but didn't go his way at the start. Had that front wing damage, and that kind of ruined his race from there on. But it's going to be Cash Stengel then, who takes your win, the final win, in the Academy Series. So, I was talking about the record for wins. That currently stands tied on 4 between Rick Holt and Tim V. No one has beaten that record yet. So next season in the Academy, we'll be seeing who can take the fight to them in the record books.
Yeah, can someone else beat it? Judges kept making a really good point. Once again, another race about a safety car in the Academy. These guys, really clean. They have been all season. I mean, we're gonna have to round off the season here. Like I'm gonna get teary again, like I did last time. Like it was emotional last season. God. But what a season we've had. Just flash back to the amount of times we had Mr. Schumacher, Aston F1, Rick Holt just battling it out up front. Those 3 absolutely went for it, and they provided some of the best racing we have seen.
Yeah,
and it's probably been one of my favourite Academy seasons. I think just that 3-way battle up front, crazy.
I think if I had to rank them, I'd put this one as the best. Then I'd probably put them in reverse order of how they actually happened.
Yeah,
so,
I think I would do so as well. Yeah.
But that being said, none of them have been exactly bad though.
No,
they've all had amazing races. And they've had amazing racers as well. And I think we're going to see a lot of these people move up the leagues very quickly into the freshman premier.
Could we see for the 3rd season in a row? Could we see a driver who won the Academy Championship go to the Super League?
I have absolutely
Tim
no
V
reason
did.
Why not? If
Mares has done.
Can
Rick Holt do it?
If I can't make a race, then Rick Holt's definitely my choice as a substitute.
Crazy! Wow, just what a season! And thank you to everyone for joining me in Tuesday this season. All 10 races. It seems like it's flown by. This season seasons seem like they've flown by. It's crazy. Yeah. But that is going to be the Academy for this year. Make sure you join us back in 2021. That's just crazy. Not the 2021 game. Just the 2021. Yeah, the actual 2021 year for the next season of the Academy League. So make sure you join us then. If you haven't already, you can go sign up on the website for the next season of the Academy. I believe you've got some new evaluation races soon. Just pop Gav a message. Oh, Gav, by the way, I had someone messaging me on Instagram asking about it. I directed him towards the website and in your direction, mate. So if you've received a message from someone, it's probably because I sent them to you. Anyway, sorry. I thought while I remembered, I'll just put that in there. But yes, brilliant academy season. If you want to go sign up, you can. Yeah, but our races are still going on in the rest of the leagues. Freshmen, we've got Japan, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. Then in Premier, we have Japan, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. Then guess what we have in Super League, Toussaint?
Do we have Japan, Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi?
Yes, we do have Japan, Mexico, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. And I believe the next weekend league race is in...
If it's Brazil, Mexico, and Abu Dhabi.
Brazil, Mexico, and Abu Dhabi? No, I don't know. Oh, hang on, I'll go and look. But yeah, and then we have GT Sport on Friday. We'll be in Tokyo Expressway, another Japanese track. So we're just in Japan, just full Japan mania this week, apparently. But yeah, Japan for all of the rest of the leagues. And then...
we're at Silverstone.
Silverstone, thank you.
League, yeah.
Silverstone, always a brilliant track, home track for me and Toussaint. But, yeah, thank you for everyone for joining us. Another great season here in the Academy. Once again, let's see how these drivers do when they move up to the big boy leagues, when they come out of the Academy. But, yeah, I'm sure we'll see what happens next year in 2021. What a strange year it's been. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this whole emotional speech when I've finished all the rest of the races as well. Like, this is what's going to happen. But, no, it's been a great one. Been a blast, Toussaint. Me and you have been left on the edge of our seats many times before.
Easily definitely one of the better leagues.
Yeah, it has been. For the first time, let's see this season, let's have a big round of applause for Gavra in the chat for doing what he does best. Getting these guys into the league. And hosting all of the lobbies, dealing with all the drivers, sorting out them penalties, doing what the man does best. That's going to be the first clap for him this season because there's going to be 3 more league. Make sure you do it in the freshman.
Right. I'll keep it in mind when we want to get to
that's a direct order. But well done. Yeah, but that's going to round it off. Yeah, we'll see you guys next year. Wow. God, I don't like this moment too soon. It's sad. It's like sad.
We've still got 4 weeks of races
left. But the Academy, it was so good. We had so many.
I know. But look forward to the next season though, Tiger. We've got commentators in for the next season. We've got GT Sport drivers. I'm talking about William, talking about Cypher Knight. You've got a lot of good drivers coming in for next season. It could be even closer. So I'm looking forward to seeing how next season develops between these drivers. And will we see the wins record broken? Will we see the win better? Will we see the wins record broken? But we've even got Bon Evil actually coming over from the weekend joining.
Yeah, that could be an interesting. I do know a few other drivers. I know someone who is very quick, who is also joining the weekend leagues. So gonna have to see what's gonna happen. But yes, no, I'm not gonna cry, Jutsi Kev. I'm holding it back.
Yeah, please don't cry.
No, it's fine. But no, make sure you join us for the rest of the leagues. GT Sport and the rest of the Gavra leagues are still going ahead. We ride it until like the 18th of December for those, something like that. I think like the last race.
Everything rounds off the week before Christmas. Yeah.
The week before Christmas. So make sure you join us then. Yeah, thank you Toussaint again. I feel like I'm waffling on now at this point, to be fair. It's just waffle now. But yeah, and we'll see you all tomorrow and for the rest of the week. Make sure you also go and watch that GT Sport race from last Friday because it was amazing. I keep on saying that because it was really good. Anyway, see you all later. Guys.